everyone. Your designers are here.
I'm Anita from Cedar Hill Farmhouse.
And I'm Yvonne at Stone Gable.
And I'm Kelly at My Soulful Home. And we have tips and tricks and decorating advice for you. So let's get started.
Today is episode 27, and it's like the national holiday of our podcast because today we're talking about pillows.
Yes. So I have to say, Yvonne has been waiting for this day since the very beginning.
And I'm just going to go take a nap because she's going to talk all about pillows to you.
Is it that obvious how much I love pillows?
You are the pillow queen, my dear.
I know. I mean, I have like a filing system for all of my pillow covers in a drawer.
No way.
Yes, I do. Yes, and I'll put that.
Yes, I thought you were joking.
No, I am serious. I will put that in the show notes, and my kids come home and they'll like, "Can I have a new pillow cover?" And I'll say, "Well, go to the drawers, pull it out."
Stop it. Are you looking for a solid or perhaps a check?
Truly. And I was looking through it the other day and I'm thinking, my colors are a little boring because they're all such neutral colors. So I'm thinking I've got to
you need some
punch
tension
it up
pillows.
a little bit. Yeah. So today we're talking about pillows, and my adage is, just like jewelry, you can never have too much.
Well, interesting you should say that, Yvonne, because I was reading, and it's I was reading about pillows, to be ready to go head to head with you today on pillows. And so I wanted to, so I got a little background on pillows, and apparently in ancient Egypt, pillows go back a long time. So even though you love them, you didn't invent them.
I could have, though. I could have.
You could have. The ancient Egyptians, pillows were a sign of wealth and prestige. And they were often used to carry ornamental objects and precious things. And the amount of money a family had determined the number of jewel-covered pillows on display.
Oh, my gosh.
So I thought... that's just the mashup, a heavenly mashup for you.
I know.
Pillows,
you know what I
jewelry.
do? I'd rip those jewels off the pillows, put them on myself, turn the pillows the other way, and just use the pillows.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
so funny.
I love that. Isn't that something? Well, today we're going to talk all about pillows. We might have to do 2 or 3 or 4 podcasts at a later date because there's just so many wonderful things to say. There's only one downside, and we'll talk about that, other than draining your piggy bank because you love them so much. But I'm known for, when I go to the pillow aisle, like at Home Goods, that people look at me like they're appalled because the pillows are falling out of my cart onto the floor because they're stacked up so high.
Does the local Home Goods store, do they know you by name, Yvonne?
It's like going to Cheers. Everybody knows my name. That's exactly right. That's right. Well, yeah. Well, Norm and Yvonne, they're about equal in how attractive they sound. But anyway,
that's not true.
I digress. Let's talk about why we love pillows so much.
Oh my goodness. So easy to change out the look and get a completely different look by just changing out a few pillows. And I like that because they're so much cheaper than changing out a sofa and so much easier to. And then, as we like to say, if they're friends for a season, then when you're done with them, if you're a normal person, you give them away. If you're Yvonne, you file them away.
You categorize them, you give an index number, and you put them in hermetically sealed bags, and you wait for next time.
Yes, come to my card catalog. I have them all done.
That is the craziest thing. Oh my gosh, I love it.
I do. I'll put the post on. And why do you like pillows so much, Kelly?
Well, aside from being comfy, they add so much to a look. I mean, you can go overboard. I know you don't believe in that, but there is a stopping point for me. But yeah, they soften a look so much, and they just add those little pops around and can help you create the flow in your room that we've talked about. As Anita mentioned, in an inexpensive, low commitment type of way.
Do you see how many advantages there are to pillows? And here's another reason, and this is probably why I love them so much. you wouldn't, by looking at my house, you wouldn't think I love color, but I love color. And you know me, I've got that syndrome, I love too much syndrome, where I love so many styles. And pillows are such a fun way to add different styles without committing to it into your home. And
Right.
that's
And I wanna
really why I
add
love them.
on the pillows, the other cool thing about them is there are millions of different styles. There's different fillings, there's different colors or patterns, and there's some have little bells on them maybe for Christmas, or some
Buttons,
are embroidered
I
and some
know.
are linen, and
Some have words.
Right,
Some have
and
glitter.
there's
Some have that fuzzy stuff that we
oh,
love.
the
Yes.
pillows.
Fuzzy pillows.
I just got more fuzzy pillows for Laura, and they are awesome.
Yeah, so there's so many different styles, so it really is true. You can change the look of the room significantly just with the pillows.
So much to love in so little time.
And you can make them yourself too, which is really inexpensive.
We'll
And
talk about that.
I've made them from napkins or made them from tea towels. And
too.
Yvonne has the great no-sew pillow tip.
And
I
make
have
them
one
grain
I hot
sacks.
glued together, and it worked really well. But let's
Oh,
talk
and we
about
have actually, let me add in now, we have a wonderful tip from one of our fabulous listeners/readers. I believe she's been a reader of Stone Gable for quite some time.
I love
I hope
her,
she's reading my
yes.
blog too, and yours, Anita.
I hope
We'll
so.
have to ask her.
Yes.
Barb Griffin.
Hi, Barb.
sent the most beautiful email to
Hi,
us
Barb.
at Decorating Tips and Tricks. And Yvonne recognized your name right away. Barb
did, Barb.
wanted to tell us how much she loved the podcast, but she also said she had a tip for no-sew pillows. If you're using the Wonder Under fusible web tape, which is super fun to say and probably fun to use, make sure that if you're going to wash those pillow covers, that you use a laundry detergent with no, and Barb used capital letters, no phosphates, because it's going to dissolve the Wonder Under right away.
Okay.
So,
Barb,
so
thank you so
Barb.
much.
You rock. Thanks
know
so
what?
much. Keep them coming.
That's what I was going to say. Let Barb be the leader, and let's have our you who are listening follow. If you have a good tip for us, this is Decorating Tips and Tricks. Shoot us an email at decoratingtipsandtricks.com, and maybe we'll put it on the podcast. But thanks, Barb. Love you. Anyway, let's get back to the pillows. Let's talk about pillow covers and inserts versus the pillow with the insert that you can't take out.
Oh, yeah.
Pros and cons.
Well, usually less expensive when you can't take it out.
True.
Yes.
So sometimes that's a plus. But so I really think that is, unless you just absolutely love the pillow and you have to have the pattern or the color, I think there's really no advantage other than the price. Right. Does
would
anyone
agree.
have an advantage to that type of pillow?
Well, I
think
think
so.
there's an advantage because sometimes they're odd shapes that you can't maybe get a pillow form for.
okay.
Oh, okay. Good point.
And that's one. And then the other one is
Gosh, she knows a lot about pillows. She's got another idea.
We can't keep up with her.
I'm like,
Kelly. Let's not
I
even
am
try.
going to go take a nap. Goodbye.
No. You have so many good ideas. But anyway, and another thing would be a lot of, like more inexpensive seasonal pillows. Sometimes they don't have covers, but they're just so darn cute. And they're like a friend for a season. You use them a season or two and then, send them on their way. What are the advantages? Now, we all know these of pillow covers.
Washable.
Easy
Yeah, and
to
I do.
store.
And sometimes when I'm
Easy
tired
to
of the
store
cover,
and catalog.
Well, and I've had pillows that I just got tired of the pillow covering. I unzipped it, took it off, and made my own cover. But because it was a down pillow, and it was so cushy, so I kept it.
Right, and
that-
then
that
you have
leads-
an insert, and you can take the pillow cover off. If you don't like the insert that came with it, you can change the
Oh,
insert.
there you go.
Well, I have inserts like in every size, but I got a little crazy at one point and couldn't remember
what?
how many I have. So I have like 3 space bags now
Oh, my
filled
goodness.
with pillow inserts.
Do you have
So
these
this
labeled?
is to my kids and my nieces and nephews. If you need a pillow insert, you come and see me.
And why limit it to them?
That's
Everyone.
true. That's true. I just have
That's
If
so
you need a
Gable at
pillow,
Gmail.
email Yvonne.
I just have so many now, and my source for getting them is either Calico Corners or Pottery Barn or
For the inserts?
IKEA.
For the inserts.
For the inserts, I mean, I think
IKEA
all
inserts
three
are
of those
awesome.
make really good inserts.
I agree. I agree.
I-
We should have
IKEA
a pillow
very
fight
inexpensive.
for a pillow fight for charity or something.
Okay, okay, our listeners, if you can think of a great idea for that, send that in to us. But yeah, I think that having great pillow inserts is such an important thing. And for most people, if you know how many pillows you're using in your house, you can just reuse them over and over again and change them out. And they are economical. Or if you're like me that get a little crazy about pillows, you have stashes of pillow inserts under your beds in space bags. Okay, let's talk about types of fabric that we like on pillow covers. I know we all like the fluffy pillows made out of
The
like,
Mongolian.
The
Mongolian
faux furs.
sheep.
I love that. And I'm seeing them everywhere now. So it certainly is a
It
favorite.
must have
of
been
mine.
about our podcast when we first
I
introduced
think
them a
I
while
think we
back.
started that one.
yeah. We'll claim that anyway.
Absolutely.
Well, my personal favorite, of course, I'm the linen lady. You may be the pillow lady, but I'm the linen one. So my preference is linen. I love linen pillow covers.
Now, can I ask you a question about that? I love linen, and I have a couple linen pillows, but they look so downtrodden after a while. You know, after
Really?
people have leaned on them and squished them, they're all
You
like,
mean wrinkled?
yes.
I love wrinkled
Well,
linen.
you know,
Okay.
that remember the linen podcast episode?
I
The
do
wrinkles are
remember
preferred.
that,
But you know,
yes.
if you have a steamer, I think you could take that out without even getting your
That's
iron out.
true. That's true. Thank you. That solves
But
that.
they're just
'Cause-
but if they're going to sit on them, they're going to get wrinkled. That's just the way it is.
okay. Any other preferred fabric?
well, I like a nubby fabric in my pillow
I
too,
do
or at least one or two.
too.
You know, something like a grain sack pillow or something.
Yeah, I
with
have a ton of
some-
those. So
Yeah,
which
some
is
texture.
linen.
Which is linen. Yeah,
The
yeah.
ones I do are linen. So,
Yeah. I don't really like shiny pillows, but maybe you have one as your pop. I would say more of a nubby, inviting texture.
And
Something
that's
you
a
want to
wonderful-
touch.
I'm sorry, that's a wonderful way to bring texture into your whole room. You know, just a couple of big nubby pillows. I also embroidery has made a big comeback
Yeah,
in the last year.
And I just got several beautiful embroidery pillows from Laura Ashley that are just truly
Oh,
breathtaking.
how
They're
pretty!
beautiful.
Are they embroidered or like that crewel work? Is it?
Oh, you
It's
mean like
embroidered.
hooked work?
No, it's
Hooked
No,
pillows
cruel is
are
different. I
big,
think
too.
cruel is something different. I think that is
It's-
more like
it's embroidery. It's not cruel. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know it's embroidery.
It's not cruel. They're nice. They're nice. What are you talking about,
All
Kelly?
excuse me.
Hello?
All pillows are nice.
All pillows are nice.
That's just their personal nature.
Yes,
But
it's
anyway, embroidery has made a big comeback, and so has hooked pillows. And actually, I'm a hooker. That's what they're called, girls.
You and your sister. Oh my gosh.
No, Kelly,
Come by it honestly.
I
No,
thought you and I were going to
hook-
be the ones
I
saying
hook-
things, and it turns out
No,
it's you.
she kills me. Oh my
I am a
goodness.
hooker. I hook fabric. I take
say it
the
again.
yarn. Come
We're
on.
gonna have to edit this out.
I take
Mom,
the,
do not listen to this one, honey.
No,
I
Mom,
take
Yvonne is really nice. I don't think it's.
I take the different colors of wool and I make them into strips, and I hook them with
She
a
strips and
hooking
she's a hooker.
Oh dearie me. And I've made all kinds of hooked things, and I've made hooked table runners and chair pads and all kinds of things, and I can't part with them because they're such a labor of love. But now hooked pillows are really,
I want to
really
see these.
in
I
style.
do too. It's like that bumpy, nubby, loopy.
Yeah, they're like little tiny.
cool.
They're like little tiny loops that stand like
Yeah,
shoulder
I
to
just wanted to
shoulder
make sure I
together.
was picturing the same thing you were saying, because
They're
I got a little
beautiful.
distracted when you called
And
yourself a hooker.
I saw a lot of them in the fall and at Christmas time and in the winter
So are they
this
made?
past year.
Yeah,
Are
it's
those
kind of a
wool?
cozy thing.
Are the hooked
Cozy.
ones wool?
I would hope so. Yeah, I don't.
See,
I
I
don't know
love
that you can.
wool and sometimes they do use carpet pieces to make pillows out of wool flat weave carpet, and those are beautiful.
Oh, yeah, they have, you know what? They have a name and I can't recall it right now. That's that real flat. It looks very sort of bohemian looking.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and those are gorgeous, gorgeous pillows. But yeah, there's all kinds that we're seeing, and I think what you said, Kelly, that like the shiny or the polished cotton, those are really, they're really not on trend right now. They're
Yeah,
sort
the
of
silk
taken.
pillow. It's like the
Yeah,
silk
but you know what?
lampshade.
As you know,
Yeah.
everything comes around that goes around comes around. Seriously, so who knows how they're going to reinvent
Right. So
themselves?
catalog them and store them, and then you can use them in
Actually,
10 years.
I don't have any of those kind of pillows because they're my least favorite. But I mean, if I had one, I'd love it. I'm sure.
Yes.
But yeah, they've not made it to my catalog.
The collection. No.
Let's talk about favorite ways that we use pillows. What are your favorite ways to use them?
Well, I mean, there's the obvious putting it on things, right? On your couch, on your bed and stuff. But I like big floor pillows.
That's nice.
And yeah, my kids still like to just lay around on the ground. So, in fact, I just did a stack in the living room in this, area sort of near the fireplace. And they can pull them out and lay on the rug and pet the dog. And, hopefully one day we'll get the fireplace working. And that would be really cozy. So the big oversized throw pillows, and I'll stack 3 of them. Usually I like to have them in different textures and different patterns, like maybe a
pretty.
solid and then something, like we talked about in mixing patterns, so a solid and something small, and then a POW, the POW one on in the pile as well. And I think they're just great to have. They look nice, they soften the room, and they're really useful.
Kelly, can you give us an average about how big they are, their size wise?
I would say it to be comfortable for a floor pillow, at least 36 by 36 square.
And do you have a
then
source for those you could put in the show notes?
I purchased mine at Pottery Barn a long time ago, and I've now covered them a couple of different ways. So I don't know what these were ones that you couldn't take the cover off. They were originally velvet. So I don't remember what the insert is, but it must be pretty good because they've lasted a whole long time.
Yes.
I would suggest ones that are, that have the edges. They're more like a box, not where they're
Gotcha.
coming,
Yes,
not a
more of
knife
cushion
closure.
than a pillow.
Yes,
Yeah,
more like a
that's the way to
cushion than
put
a
it.
pillow.
Although
You're
the
right.
Brits call the pillows cushions.
That's true.
They're so
They
wacky.
do. A little tidbit there for
They
you.
wear their jumpers and they
That's
sit on their
right.
cushions.
But we love them.
Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfast, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. Go ahead, clean out your closet, then head straight to Quinn's. I love every item Quince offers, from wardrobe to decor. And I can really recommend their Ultra Stretch Super Wide Leg Pant at $49.90. The price is unbeatable, and the look is so flattering. It keeps you in on top and flares out of the bottom. Everything feels right with Quince. The price, the quality, and the sustainability. Quince offers a range of luxury wardrobe and home goods at prices within reach. And like Quince's clothing, their home goods are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. Once you've cleaned out your closet and refreshed with Quince, you can also add something to your home decor. So give your wardrobe and your home the refresh it needs with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. And let me know how you love those pants.
Oh, we do love them.
And
Oh,
eat
my
their
goodness.
sweets and
Yes.
wait for the lorry to come.
Oh, did you finish Victoria yet? Oh, don't tell me the end.
Yes,
Yes,
I did.
Okay.
yes, I did. Okay.
Shh, don't tell me. Okay.
Well,
back
we
to the
sort of
pillows.
know the end because it is historical.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but
so,
you know. Does anyone else think that Albert looks just like Prince? Like Prince Albert looks like Prince? Okay. Honestly, I keep hearing Little Red Corvette every time I see his face, and it's sort of weird. And I said it to Laura, my daughter, who loves the show too, and she was like, "Totally, Mom."
Wasn't like Prince like 5'2"?
Yeah, he's a
Well,
little tall.
This guy was really
I
tall.
don't.
Yeah.
Albert
A
can't be that
taller-
big. She's
Okay.
a teeny weeny. Anyway, totally off topic. They like pillows too, though, so I'm sure
Yeah, they
we can
laid on
relate
them
it
a lot, as you can
somehow.
tell.
They do like pillows. Another thing I like to do with pillows is have little lumbar pillows. I love a lumbar pillow.
Oh,
It
yeah.
could be my favorite shape.
It is.
Okay,
yeah.
lumbar.
Place it on the little chairs that I set up that I never sit on. Or I plan to sit on sometimes.
Your show chairs.
My show. Well, I don't sit on them because I always plan to sit on them, but I just don't do it yet.
Oh,
But
you don't have the time to
I don't
sit
have
on
time
them?
yet. So I just bought the prettiest one from Bellanote
yes.
outlet online, and it has these little birds and little branches on it, and it's just the loveliest little pillow, and it makes me very happy.
Oh, yeah, and I love a Drury pillow. I mean, those are beautiful wool.
Ooh, do tell. What's
Well, I
that?
mean, it's like a Drury rug, and that's what I was saying. It's like made into
okay.
a pillow, and they're very durable, and they're going to repel stains. I mean, wool, like a wool rug. I mean, it's just going to hold up quite well. And
Smart.
lots of pattern, beautiful.
And I think also that you said that this is just a little side tip that we really have to keep in mind the season and what your weather is because you don't want to put like a big heavy wool pillow when it's 90 degrees and the humidity's about that too.
Good
You know,
point.
you want something like linens and lighten it up, something nubby but something very light, and you don't want to have very light things when it's Christmas time or it's cold where you are. You know, you
Right.
just have to really you can really play with them as far not only of motif but in texture as
No,
well.
it's
during
so
the time
great
of
with the
season.
pillows, really, because and people seem to be, sort of simplifying for Christmas. I know even in the blogging world, everyone's talking about, simple Christmas. Meanwhile, we're dragging out 12 trees and taking pictures of them, but that's simple for us.
Yeah,
but,
just not the tchotchkes anymore.
Yeah, if somebody really is doing a simpler Christmas, like you could have a tiny little table tree, and then you could just change out your pillows and put like a red throw or something, and then
There you go.
Your room
Yeah,
says Christmas.
I used Christmas pillows this year for part of my decor, and some cute vintage Santa pillows. They were real cute.
Yeah, it's so sweet. And then, the same thing for any, I mean, I wouldn't do like, 4th of July or anything, but, for other major holidays, unless you really
Yvonne
like 4th of
probably
July.
I do have flag pillows.
Yeah, see, I knew that.
Well, yeah, I have a flag pillow too.
Okay, let's move on. I want to tell my favorite way to use a pillow. There is no not favorite way, but I do want to tell you that I don't put a pillow on everything. That's overkill. And that
I don't believe that.
It does
I
no,
don't.
no, wait,
I don't
wait.
think
It
so.
does no service to your other pillows. There is a limit to not how many you can have and how many you can love, but how many you can have out at one time.
Oh, hence
Okay.
the cataloging.
Okay. Well, and one of my
Hence the
favorite
cataloging.
things to use to make pillow covers with are to get some antique or vintage linens that have
Linen.
monograms on them, like sheets.
Oh,
And then
yes.
but I can't cut them. That's my problem. So, I mean, if they're in great shape, I can't take a scissors to them. I have that problem. But but if it's damaged, then I can. So you can do those. Make great, just beautiful pillows. And linen. People think that these natural fibers don't hold up as well. Linen is amazing how well it will hold up,
Oh, yeah.
and and if it's stained, it's. I've been talking to a linen expert, and I had a horrible mold stain because of a plant on a table that leaked, and I've been soaking it for a week. But do you know that came out of the linen?
The
Oh,
whole
I'm sure
way.
it did. When I can buy at the Rose Bowl, I can buy grain sacks, which you pointed out are linen.
The
and
older
you can-
ones are, not the newer ones,
Right.
the very old ones.
Oh yeah, these are the old ones, and sometimes you can get the damaged ones much cheaper. I just take it home and I put it in the bathtub and I let it sit there with some sudsy stuff, and it gets clean.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
amazing to me.
Because of the natural fiber.
You just let it soak and soak and soak, and that'll run it through, like the gentle cycle. Done.
Well, let's talk about making pillows because we're talking about different fabrics and talking about linen and grain sack. Do you all make pillows, right?
I've made, and I have an online shop. Now, I didn't make them for the shop, but I've made a ton of pillows, and then I hired somebody to make a bunch. So yes, I have probably 30 pillow forms I'm looking at right now.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
How about you, Kelly? Have you made them before?
Well, yeah, I make envelope pillows, and I am going to try zippers at some point, but I haven't.
Well,
gone
but
there yet.
why? I don't like the zippers. I avoid those.
Oh, maybe I can keep avoiding it then. I thought
I would-
if
why-
I was going to be a big girl sewer, I
Why
had to do the
bother?
zipper.
Why bother?
Okay.
That's how I feel.
The ties
I
are so
just
much
think-
prettier too. I'm not doing the zippers.
Okay. Me either then.
And
Forget
I
it.
agree
Off the
100%
list.
with you, Anita.
Okay, good.
I make envelope pillows. They are such a breeze to make.
Yeah,
They're
they
so
are.
easy. I've made pretty dish towels I've made envelope pillows out of them. I've made no sew pillows using fusible webbing. And thanks, Barb, so much for your tip. But I've also just recently, and you two were the ones who gave me this light bulb idea. Remember we were talking about pillows and somebody said, well, I wonder if you could hot glue one together.
That must have been Kelly.
Well, I tried it. And you can, and they are wonderful.
Wow.
And I did a post about it last week, so we'll have that up there.
Awesome.
But even if you don't sew, if you can hot glue, or if you can iron using fusible webbing, and you find fabric you like, it's so easy. And we should all put our little instructions, if we have them, we'll put those on the show notes.
What
do
about
you
those
think?
pillows where they're tied? It's kind of, you just tie them on.
I've
Yeah,
seen
that's
those
sweet.
now. I think they look nice in linen, but they're not my favorite, to be honest.
I haven't
with
made
you.
them, but I've seen them. Well, I don't mind. I sew all mine. I don't do any no sew. But honestly, if you have a sewing machine, I mean, you can make one in 30 minutes or less.
Absolutely. I would say less.
Yeah, less. I mean, it's just so fast.
Especially if you're not going to do any piping or anything like that. If you're
Exactly.
just going to make your basic pillow, so super easy.
Yeah. Okay. So piping. Are you? There's welting. There's the knife edge. There's nothing. Just the seam folded the other way. How do you guys? Or a fringe, obviously. How do you guys feel about the edges of your pillows?
Love it all.
Well, back in the old days, I always made my own piping to match the fabric, or I bought this very elaborate fringe that I would sew on,
Braiding.
and I would spend all this time making.
Was that during the Tuscan phase?
Yes, it was in my Tuscan phase, and it was in my I have plenty of time phase. Now I have 5 minutes to make a pillow, so I'm slapping that puppy together.
Okay.
And right now, like heavy fringes and things like that, they're out of town right now. They've taken that slow train out.
Yeah, they're out.
And they're really not in vogue right now. But again, things that go around, come around, go around, or go around, come around.
I need to put them in your filing cabinet.
Yeah, put them in the filing cabinet.
Yeah, well, see, I don't, at this
You
point,
need to
I
get a
don't-
Mongolian sheep and raise
There
it.
you go.
And then when it gets hot, shear it and then make a Mongolian pillow, and then you're good.
You're so funny. Anyway, I think that all this, the heavy braiding and things, for the most part, has been replaced with a sleeker look. And I think that they put the design into the pillow, not what goes around it, or, like the extra embellishing.
It's a simpler look. Well, and we've seen the same thing with window treatments. There used to be all these embellishments, the swags and all the ruffles and just all these trims, and just very ornate. You'd have to have somebody make them. They were so incredibly ornate and super expensive. And now you go to Pottery Barn, Ballard Design, something like that, and just buy something that's just very simple.
Birch Lane, Wayfair.
Yeah. Speaking of all those places, do you have sources that you love for pillows?
I have a source. We have a Pottery Barn outlet about 5 miles from my house. And I must say, they make beautiful pillows, and Ballard Design makes beautiful pillows. Well made, just very, very well made. And also, like Pier 1. They have the cutest designs.
Oh,
They do.
yeah.
They do.
I've seen some really cute pillows all over the place, really.
Etsy is a great place if
Oh,
you really want to get
Etsy
something
is.
unique. And I love to purchase, obviously, from small artists or moms that are making pillows on the side, or everybody's supporting the artists. I think that's a terrific way to go. Just oftentimes when you buy from Etsy, I know from personal experiences selling on Etsy several years ago, just make sure that your pillow is coming with an insert or not coming with an insert, and you know what you're paying for, because most of the time you're going to get a cover from Etsy, not an insert, because
Good
it
point.
costs so much to ship
It does.
an insert.
Right.
And so you don't really need to be paying for the shipping when you could just run out to Ikea or Joann's or Pottery Barn or any place and get your own insert. So that's
The
just a
other-
little tip if you're shopping on Etsy for pillows.
And Kelly, the other thing that you really want to be careful about is you want to know what your back of the pillow looks like.
Yes,
In
good
some
point.
of these sites, you need to know what the back looks like. I won't tell you where it was from, but I got a pillow, ordered it, and the back was like a white cotton.
Oh.
I don't like that.
And that was
I
not
don't
good.
like
And
the back
you
to be
end
different.
up seeing it if it's on the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you just
I
want to
don't
make
like
sure
that.
you know what the
Good
front
point.
and back. I know we don't have much time left, but I have another question. And this is like a burning question for people. And I get this a lot from my readers, and they'll say, I love your pillows, Yvonne, but what do you do with them? Like when you go to bed at night, or if you want somebody to sit down on your sofa, what do you girls do with all your pillows?
Well, I don't
Silence.
probably have as many as you do. So I just let everyone sit on them. And obviously the ones on the bed that are decorative, they just get tossed. Whoever gets up there. If I get up there, I sort of pile them up in the corner, and that's where they go. And other people get there. I'm not naming names again, but that person might just throw them on the ground. I did have.
Did you hear the screech and the eek from me?
Yes, I did have a green couch at one time. It was very nice. This green velvet, and it had 3 pieces, and it came with so many pillows, and they were stuffed with hot air or something. They were not even squishy. And people would come over, and we sat on the sofa, but we never sat on the love seat really. So people would come over, and they would sit, and they would really, the thing looked so comfortable, but they would be literally like their cheeks would be holding on to
Like bouncing
the
off
seat.
of them.
Then they were not going to fall off because they never wanted to. And then as they would settle in, maybe have a second glass of wine, all of a sudden all these green pillows would come from behind them and start falling onto the floor. So finally I just scooped them up, and they probably still have some of them somewhere, because I thought I could cover them someday with something else.
Or you could stick a pin in it and they'd pop.
Stick a
or
pin in
something.
it. They were just not. They looked great. They were just not that comfortable. So I think when people come over, if they're comfortable enough with you, they'll probably take your pillows and move them if there's too many.
Some people just squish them to death, which is perfectly fine if they like that. I mean, my down pillows, that they just go right. I punch them up and they fluff right back up. But in my living room and in my family room and in all of my bedrooms, I have a big basket, a big round tall
I
basket.
do too. Have the basket
Oh,
in
the
bed.
designated pillow basket.
Yeah. Now I just tell the
need a
people, they
basket.
sort of look at me. I said, well, you can put them on the floor, you can sit on them, or you can put them in the basket. So I just let them have the option.
Or you could admire them.
Yeah, but that's a good idea. If you have one of those big, I just have a big, tall, round basket. It's maybe, like a trash can size, not like a one that you go outside.
I've got one
but
like a
your
trunk.
kitchen size, and I just have that for pillows, and I usually put a throw sort of in it and falling over it, so it gives them the idea. Yeah, you can put stuff in there.
Like your pillow.
You could put. Yeah, you could.
Inevitably, with the new year come wellness goals. One very effective and easy to reach goal is to add dose to your wellness regime. Dose is expertly formulated organic wellness shots that support your liver in one delicious drink. Formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support liver health. Potent turmeric, milk thistle, and ginger. There's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Did you know that your liver performs over 500 special functions? Since I learned all that my liver is doing, I started with Dose to support all those vital functions. I take a shot of refreshing Dose 2 times per week to combat everyday toxins from food, meds, alcohol, and unhealthy air. Since starting with Dose about a month ago, I am definitely feeling an overall improvement in my health. So if you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health like I have, Dose is offering DTT listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. So go to dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. That's dosedaily.co.co/DTT and use the code DTT. Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. We're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about, visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order.
Now, see, not everybody knows my absolute love for pillows. So maybe if any of my friends hear this, maybe they'll have a new respect for them. My family does know. They could care less. They'll say, "Can I lay on this, Mom?" Once in a while, like if we're watching TV and they're laying on the floor, "Can I lay on this pillow, Mom?" And I say, "Yeah, you can."
Is this a show pillow or show table?
Yeah, a show pillow.
Well, we are running out of time. I want to throw in one more tip.
Yvonne
Say it
waited
ain't
so long.
so.
Can we do some more? Okay, pillow fight!
Just one more tip for us Southern girls. You can take your pillow cover off of your pillow if you've got a pillow already, or if you're buying a new one. Take it down to the monogram store and have your monogram put on it.
The best.
So what? People from New York don't have initials?
No, it's not that
We
you don't have
have
initials. You're
monograms?
just not as attached to them as we are.
Oh, I am so attached. And see, I'm a Southern girl at
You
heart.
kind of are Southern.
She's from
So
Pennsylvania.
attached to
Come
that.
on.
Kelly, do you have
know.
monograms in your house?
Yes,
I have a few things
Okay,
monogrammed.
maybe you're
And I have
honorary
monogram
Southern girl.
stationery.
All right. Okay, we'll let you in the club.
I do like a monogram. It's very crisp.
All right.
Great tip, Anita.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry we're out of time.
Well, I'm brokenhearted.
I know.
But we'll be back.
We will be
Again.
back. And remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. So until next time.
Hey there. If you're loving our podcast like we're loving our podcast, we would love you to rate and review us. Head to iTunes to do that. It's easy and it would mean so much to us. And if you do rate and review us, we're going to enter you to win a fantastic giveaway. The details for the giveaway are in the show notes for this episode, and you can find the show notes at decoratingtipsandtricks.com.